Thank you very much, Mr. President. I am proud to be speaking today as an ambassador of the European Union of Jewish Students, an umbrella organisation representing over 200,000 students. I stand before this Council as a Muslim, not to further demonise the nation of Israel, but to remind you the moral obligation we all have here today to protect the only country in the world whose very existence is constantly under attack. I come here today to ask questions. Why is Israel consistently and conspicuously singled out for condemnation on the grounds of human rights violations, yet the world turns a blind eye to the human rights situations within the rest of the Arab countries or some of the nations from the Far East or Northern Africa? The world was very quick to condemn Israel for defending itself from Hamas's unrelenting rocket and mortar attacks from Gaza. I ask you, what about the human rights of Israeli Jews, Israeli Muslims, Israeli Christians, living constantly fear of attacks from Hamas? Are their human rights not as important as the rest of the international community? EUJS, as a youth movement, believes in the tolerance and campaigns heavily on non-discrimination of all. We have taken a number of actions to fight Islamophobia, anti-Semitism and Christianophobia. It is, however, a fact of history, and it is a fact of our nature, that we can choose to be between good and evil. And let us not forget that even now, there are those who would choose evil and would launch another Holocaust if left unchecked. People like Ahmadinejad should not be encouraged by the Human Rights Council, but halted from his anti-Israeli agendas. As a consequence of decisions being made at this council, anti-Semitism has regained a place at our universities, where at times it is not the mob who are removed, but the Jewish students under attack. And under the shadow of a hateful ideology, with global ambitions, one which targets the Jewish homeland as a scapegoat. Of course, like any country, Israel should be subjected to fair criticism. And like any free country, Israel subjects itself to such criticism. However, when there are members of the international community present here today who do not even accept the existence of Israel, how will such a nation ever be subjected to fair criticism? Finally, Mr. President, I request the international community gathered here today to take on their solemn duty to protect and promote human dignity at home and abroad by defending the vulnerable and by challenging the